Welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you and explain how you can use in and out points in your editing inside DaVinci Resolve. This one is one of the more fundamental basics that you should know as a video editor, so make sure you don't skip anywhere through the video and watch it all the way through. If you're watching this for the first time, make sure to start at the top of the playlist and work your way down so that you don't miss anything. Other than that, let's get into it. In and out points can be used in multiple ways inside DaVinci Resolve. The most known way, the most fundamental way that you use in and out points is scrubbing through your media and pinning the in and pinning the out point of that clip from the media pool, which you can then drag onto the timeline. That's fundamentally what it's for, and I'll show you how we can do this. So for instance, I'm going to select this clip here. This is on our preview for the media pool. And so you'll scrub through and you'll just find the best part that you want. Unfortunately, I think this, we'll go here. So let's say this is where I want it to start. I'm going to go to my keyboard and I'm going to press the I key. I in DaVinci Resolve is the keyboard shortcut for setting the in point. So I'm going to press it and you see what happens. So now it's set the in point here. So that's where the clip's going to start when I drag it. And it's just on the clip itself in the media pool. This is just a marker. It's not actually affecting the clip. But when you're editing, and I'll show you some rules with especially these two here, it will only drag and drop, select like that selected section of the video. It's really cool and it's really useful. And so now I'm going to set my out point. So I'm going to drag this across. So before it gets shaky there, right there, and I'm going to press O on my keyboard, which is the out point, O. And so now you can see we've got this little selected chunk of the video. So I can still play all of this, and I can still play all of this other half, but we've got this selected chunk in the middle. What this chunk means is if I click and drag, so I'm going to just click my viewer and I'm going to drag it down onto the timeline, I've only gone and dragged that selected area. So if I go back to my media pool, only this selected chunk of the video is now down on the timeline. We've got a few different controls for dragging them in as well. So for instance, if I go back to here, you'll see when I hover over the viewer, we get this little icon here and this what looks like audio icon, and these are video and audio. So what this means is instead of me clicking and dragging this viewer like this, when I hover, if I click on this video one and I drag it, it's only going to bring in the video, and vice versa. If I only click and drag on this, this is only going to bring in the audio. And so you can really control what you're doing there, but again, it's only the selected part of the in and out clip. And so what most editors do, including myself, if I'm editing and I've got, let's say, a full timeline full of all sorts of different clips, and I'm like, oh, I just need one section of this other clip, instead of me dragging it in and cutting it, boom, boom, of whatever I was wanting, I would go and I'd find it and I'd just quickly go, yep, I want that bit in, out, and I want that on top, just the video. So I'll drag that in and I've got just the video there. And so I'm just going to quickly cover it again, how to use in and out. So you open up in the media pool, you find the part you want. So I'll just do this. I on the keyboard for in, O on the keyboard for out. And then if you want the whole video, you click and drag and boom, it's there. Or if you just want the video, you click and drag and it's there. Or if you just want the audio, you click and drag and it's there. That's how the in and outs work. Now moving on to slightly more advanced, the other ways that you can use in and out points is actually on the timeline. So let's say I'll add some more footage for this example. I've got this massive video that's already edited on the timeline, but there's only a small chunk of the video which is important for me to export. So let's say my producer went and asked just for a chunk so that he could view it, and you aren't needing to export the whole video. You'll simply come through on the timeline, and same principle, you'll hit I, and then we'll go to wherever we want it to end, and we'll go O. So that's our in and out point. And so now we've pretty much, just like from the media pool, we've gone and marked the in and out point on the timeline, and it works exactly the same. And now when we go down to the deliver tab, when we export it, which I'm not going to export it now, but if I were to export it, it's only going to be exporting the in and the out part of this timeline. And so it's going to skip the start and it's going to skip the end. And let's say that you had your in and out points on the timeline and now you want to keep editing again, or you want to take away the in and out points. This is simple as well. All you're going to do is you're going to come up to mark and clear in and out. And now it's gone from your timeline. If you've got any questions regarding this, let me know in the comments below and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. And without further ado, make sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any valuable updates. And if you'd like to support me, please consider buying a coffee. Link is in description. Up next, you're going to get a very in-depth walkthrough on the inspector tab, what it controls, how you can use it in your workflow, how you can optimize your editing to utilize the inspector tab as it should be, just going through all of the controls. So that's up next, and I'll see you in that one. Yeah.